Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here on YouTube, and today we're going to be talking about Ergo, ERG. Now, last week I dropped a video like it was hot saying that, hey, we've got a falling wedge on the charts and that this is a very bullish thing. In addition to all of that, we kind of went in to start speculating on where this thing would actually go. And I do think that we are going to see a nice little uptick from Ergo. But before we get into all of this, check me out on Twitter at Real6Fig. This is where I'm dropping news, bits of information, charts, especially when I cannot make it to YouTube to drop a video that's in depth like this. So if you did not catch my last video I did on Ergo, I also dropped a pin there. But back to the charts, and you can see how we might be seeing some sort of grander scale Elliott wave theory to the upside. Now, my prediction with this is that we are either going to see this play out or we are going to see some sort of head and shoulders pattern form. Now, I hope it is the first option because it would be great to see Elliott wave theory to the upside for Ergo holders because, hey, we've suffered long enough since September. This has been crazy. A month of this kind of drop. I mean, it's ridiculous. So let's look at this price action a little bit closer here. And what I'm most interested in is this big bull flag pull that we have. And this is a very nice flag pull. But what we can see is that there is in fact Elliott wave theory to the upside. We can see very nice impulsive waves to the upside. And where are we at now? We have to figure that, okay, this is kind of looking like an A, B, C correction and maybe a D and an E correction as well before we move on to the next leg. So let's go ahead and run a little time sequence because right now I'm kind of interested to see if maybe we can pinpoint a point in time where volatility might increase. So first thing I look for when I do this is the fact that we can get at least one confirmation in hindsight on the charts. And this time sequence was warning us that there was going to be a shift in volatility and price reacted to the downside. So that was a warning sign. Here, interestingly enough, on October 30th, which is today around 2:30 p.m. Central Time, we may see something happen around that point in time. And it might be something minute like this, or it might be a very nice reversal to the upside. The one thing that's interesting about this is this cloud structure on Ichimoku cloud. So this right here is a very weak point right now in the cloud. Let's look at this on a 4-hour chart and see what this looks like. So we can see that currently we are trading pretty far away from the cloud on a 4-hour chart. So it could be anyone's guess as to what is going to happen here. We do have a very nice series of spinning tops. So neither the bulls or bears really have an idea of what is exactly going on. But I would like to see some sort of movement starting to the upside. And now we have to try to figure out, okay, so let's say this thing breaks out into full-blown Elliott wave theory. The next point of attack I think we would see Ergo go to is right around this $12.52 line or the 161.8, which is right around $13.78. And we can see that if a retracement happens, something like that, we may see 0.4 retrace down to this 127, and I would love to see a $15 Ergo or higher come mid-November, early November. So this is entirely possible. We may see 0.2 be over here, and we may see some of these other points in Elliott wave theory kind of move over because right now this is quite the distance from the Ichimoku cloud, so I do think that there is a chance we might see some sideways trading. Let's just go ahead and throw up a little time sequence on a grander scale. We'll go from here down to here. And you can see exactly what I'm looking for. In hindsight, this time sequence predicted an event here, massive drop-off, an event here, which was a pivot point to go back to the upside, and an event here. So we were able to predict all of this in hindsight, and we do have another huge event on November 12th. So it could be that Elliott wave theory runs the ladder here, or we see some sort of reversal like 0.4 is here, or we might see something like 0.3 is right here. You just never know with this stuff. It's crypto, right? So if this was the stock, you might be able to predict it a little bit easier just with how slow everything moves. But right now, I do think that Ergo is still looking good, and we do kind of see a little bit of a descending triangle forming, which I'm not really the biggest fan of, but I do think that given the circumstances of the cloud formation on the larger charts, this is necessary to maybe fill out a bull flag. Let's look at the 12-hour chart. Let's look at this daily chart too. So right now, Ergo is really on the daily chart really far away from the cloud. And this is a time frame that I like to pay attention to, is the daily. And definitely we may be seeing some sort of squeeze happen to propel Ergo up to this 50 moving average for a retest of that. And I do think that if we see Ergo really start to climb, we may see this 50 moving average curve like this, and we actually might see price action meet this $12.52 level quite possibly by November 6th. So this could be a possibility of what is going on, or what could happen here in the future going forward. This is going to be a 50-50 shot at passing through this cloud. I would have liked to do it in this section here, but if we cannot pass price action through this cloud here, I do think it's going to be very hard for Ergo to pass it through here without having any hiccups. And I do think that if we get rejected at the cloud, we can absolutely see Ergo kind of moving to the downside. But I just want to point out one other thing. Since we are on this daily chart, bear with me one second. I'm going to go ahead and erase everything. So right now, the one thing that catches my eyes is this inverse head and shoulders that we have forming. So it would make sense to me that we come up and maybe meet this 50 moving average and retrace a little bit for a shot through the cloud. It could happen this way. So like I said, this $12.20 level I think is likely to happen, and we might just see price action squeeze sideways a little bit, and then it will take off. Like I said, maybe November 6th, somewhere in there, but it's too hard to tell at this moment. So with that said, folks, that's kind of where Ergo is sitting right now, far away from the cloud. And I do think that, with that said, we do have the conversion line, which is really prepping to cross this baseline. So that is good. When we see the red line cross the blue line below the cloud, really good things happen. We usually will see a price spike. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. That could be the catalyst that sends us on up to $12, $12.25, $12.50, somewhere in there. I know that right now it's not seeming like we're going to get there, especially after this nice bounce. But you have to remember, getting out of that falling wedge was priority number one for Ergo right now. So I think that'll wrap it up. Just a big shout out to all the Patreons and to everyone who bought my NFTs. The collection sold out on collect.me. This is a marketplace built on Nervous Network blockchain. And you can use CKB to buy NFTs, so it's pretty cool. Check it out. But big shout out to all the Patreons. If you guys want to become a Patreon, it's $3 a month. Get your name, YouTube channel name, or business name up on this banner. Thanks for watching.